Good evening, everyone. My name is Rena Vithiathara, and I coordinate the Belong project at the Thalathorn Kids Institute. So Belong is a 3-year project that's funded by Healthway, and our partners include School of Special Educational Needs Sensory and Thalathorn Speech and Hearing. So the aim of this project is to improve the mental health, peer-teacher relationship, academic achievement, and school engagement of students who are deaf or hard of hearing. So there are several components to this project, but today I'll present on the Youth Voice Forum, which was a very significant part of this research project. In 2017, we invited a group of student ambassadors to inform our research. 10 students in years 7 and 8 attended this one-day event. So we wanted to understand the school experiences of a student who is deaf or hard of hearing. And instead of having them sit in a circle, shooting them questions, Dr. Lisa Patterson designed activities around the Olympic theme with different Olympic sports to get views from the student. So for example, shot put. Throwing it off was to understand what helped the students when things were tough at school or weighing them down. Students who attended the Youth Voice Forum were divided into 2 groups, each containing 5 students. They called their groups Friends and Sporty Skittles. So in summary, what we learned from our student ambassadors of what helps them being at school were having friends, assistance with their hearing devices, cochlear implants, or having an interpreter, opportunities for downtime so they can catch up, and teachers and peers understanding their hearing needs. Obstacles in schools included negative interactions with peers, which includes bullying or feeling excluded, difficulties surrounding hearing conversations in groups, and the lack of understanding amongst hearing people of how difficult an environment can be to follow conversations. Communication issues with teachers, struggling with schoolwork, and having confidence in self. However, getting through those tough times in school was mediated by being with friends, having family support, including from pets and siblings, and in that order, and relaxing or doing calming activities, being physically active, and communicating or problem solving to resolve issues at school. So this is consistent with what research informs us. Communication challenges have the potential to impede the development of social skills and restrict social relationships. Children at this age begin to form groups of friends that they belong to. Deaf or hard of hearing students may feel like they're not part of a group due to communication difficulties. Research also tells us that how one feels about their hearing status, which is being deaf or hard of hearing, is an important part of what shapes identity, self-esteem, and self-image. However, research does not give us lived experiences. Young people with a lived experience of hearing loss hold a unique insight into how research and services can best respond to their needs and promote a fulfilling life. So, in the second half of the project, or second half of the day, we asked our student ambassadors, who are the experts at this, for a game plan. So we asked them to come up with something that would improve school experiences for deaf or hard of hearing students in years 4 to 6. Each group had a facilitator who guided them through the design thinking process. Both groups of student ambassadors developed solutions which addressed communication with their classroom teacher. Both groups also liked the concept of an app or an electronic solution. From our consultation with the student ambassadors, their parents, specialist teachers, classroom teachers, and other stakeholders, we learned the importance of enabling students to advocate for themselves. Besides online resources for parents and classroom teachers, the Belong project developed a student profile where students could enter in information about themselves, their hearing loss, and matters relating to school. So in the Youth Voice Forum, the student ambassadors expressed being tired of having to repeat themselves about their hearing loss over and over again to new teachers and classmates. So through the student profile, they were able to enter relevant information together with their parents and share this information with classroom teachers through email or printed PDF copy. Information that they can choose to share included their strengths, interests, and hobbies, devices they use, and preferred way of communication. They also could include details about support they feel will help them in the classroom, seating preferences, and even resources that they felt would help their friends or classroom teachers understand their experience of hearing loss. Parents were given the opportunity to input information about family priorities, impact on the students' hearing on their daily life, and any other information that the parent felt the classroom teacher should know. So we recently completed testing the resources and the student profile and are now looking at the data to see what we can learn from our participants. Thank you.